It had been happening more and more lately. The pulls. It was well beyond Gabriel's capabilities to figure out their motivations or underlying meanings. His specialty was philosophy, not psychology. Besides, maybe they were harmless. Walking up the marble steps of the social sciences building, a sprightly young student intersected his path. She aimed a neon flyer at him, spouting about some event or other. He accepted the sheet hastily and continued deeper into his pool of thought. After the last incident, he'd wondered if maybe it was due time to consider some form of therapy. That was only half a joke, obviously. As an academic, he felt a grain of shame that his family's antiquated beliefs on mental health still made compelling arguments within him. But he couldn't very much help it. Gabriel's parents would probably disown him if it ever got back to the island that he had succumbed to the scam of paying someone to listen to his problems. That was for rich Americans and murderers. You talk to us. That's what family is for, mijo. He could hear his father's whiskey and cigar-stained voice now. Who could know you better than us? Because, you see, Gabriel's family knew absolutely everything about the carefully constructed persona he'd spent his adult life presenting to them. He'd pieced it together with the caring, gentle hands of the piñata sculptor he would pass on the way to his grandmother's house as a boy. Each slice of wet newspaper, a little bit of the truth, hardening into a fragile shell over time. He paused, meeting with the door of his classroom and the long-hidden memory of the piñata he'd cracked at his 5th birthday celebration. Before yesterday, really, all the other pulls had been pleasant. He'd almost wished to remain in the past, with the salt of the ocean and the ripening mangoes in the Atlantic wind. Sometimes, Gabriel believed things were better then, despite his numerous counter-arguments that nostalgia was a sign of human ineptitude, which he vocalized among his peers after a few glasses of Chardonnay. The foolishness of dwelling in his own past was evident to him. Still, the pulls made it all seem so real. The sense of present-day reality shredded away into an innocent world free of any dense philosophical conundrums.